Mess with the light a little bit.
On.
Oh, now I'm on. Now you waited till I said that. Anyway, I messed with that little wheel light when I was filming Dad this morning. Good morning, everybody. It is chilly out here. We've had rain for like 3 or 4 days in a row. Looks like we're gonna have at least 1 or 2 more days of rain. There's snow in the foothills. But it's been colder. At least the wind's not blowing, so it could be worse, I guess. Could be somewhere where it's really cold, not just
Minnesota
in the 40s. Anyway, good morning, everyone. We are moving on with this sign, so I'm excited to get this thing knocked out. I've got all the inset letters done. Now we're moving on to the outset letters. I'm going to carve these upside down for 2 reasons. Number 1, you guys can see them a little bit better that way. Number 2, it's closer to me, and I don't like my router that far away from me. The closer you have your router, or whatever tool you're using, honestly, but router specifically when it comes to me, the closer I have it to my torso, the more control I'm going to have. So that is what my plan is. We have a profile bit in. I think my lights. Uh-oh, are my lights not working?
You didn't charge it?
I did charge them, but they're not working. Dadgummit. All right, I'm gonna have to get some light on it, but all right, we'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I'm setting up a little bit different light. You guys know I like that little lumino light that I have on my other base. This is a different base, and I can use my little adjustable one, the one that's not glued to that actual housing on the other one, but I decided to just use my little desk lamp. And these are, I've showed these before. It's just like a little, gosh, LED $10 little cheap desk lamp with a flexible head. Actually, you know, I don't use them a lot out here simply because they might get in the way of the camera, between the camera, but right now I think we've got it set up at a pretty good angle where we can use it. But if I wasn't filming everything I'm doing, I would probably be using these a lot more. They're really a great little light, and I think.
Can you show your bit?
Oh yeah. So I've got the profile bit in. Now what I'm using here is if you guys have been watching very much, when I've got bigger letters to do, I use a modified profile bit. This is one I've probably ground a couple dozen times, and the more I sharpen them and grind them, the fatter they get. So this cuts much fatter than a normal profile bit, but that works out really well for big letters. So, I think we're all set. Get my cheaters on, and let's get after this. Here we go. Okay, guys. Well, there we go. We got a good start on it. I'm gonna probably
Up here.
oh, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of those letters up off camera. I forgot to tell you guys what depth that was, but let me. Yeah, I'm at 1/4 of an inch. That's kind of what I thought. That's at a full 1/4 of an inch. So I am going to go ahead and finish these letters up off camera, flip it over, do the other side off camera, then we'll come back and we'll get into the background. So we'll be right back. Okay, boys and girls, it's time to do the next step. So I've got all of the outset letters done. I think they all look pretty good. Now I'm going to go back and do the background. I'm using my 90-degree V-groove. That's my standard background bit. I'm doing my standard background on here with a texture in the back. Some of you guys like flat backgrounds, so if I was doing that, I would be using the spiral upcut. But I like this. I've got it in my my little Porter Cable 450, which honestly is exactly the same as the DeWalt 611. This base plate and housing is interchangeable on both those routers. I've got my lights on, and they're charged up this time, I hope. And let's get after it. Let's get it done. So I'm keeping my beanie on because it is, I don't know, it must be high 30s, low 40s over here, which for us is
The frozen tundra.
yeah, inhabitable for Arizonans, or at least this Arizonan. All right, so I'm going to do my cloud first, and then I'll go back and do my texture. All right, here we go. Okay guys, well, you can see what I'm doing there. So it is, that's the process I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up off camera, do the other side, and then we'll come back and we'll take the next step. It's time to, I'm going to just put a heavy chamfer on this, so I think I'll do that as well off camera, just with my big bit. Oh, I didn't tell you guys how deep I was on this. I think I'm about 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little less than that, but that would have been, yeah, I'm just a little less than 1/4 of an inch, more like 3/16. I could have definitely gone 1/4 of an inch if I wanted to. But anyway, so I'm going to finish this up, all the carving. We'll come back, we'll spray this thing, and get it sanded off. Hey guys, all right, so I got both sides carved. I got the edge done, nice heavy bevel chamfer on the edge. Now one thing that I haven't talked about in a while is after I get done, oop, I see something right now. After I get done carving it, I go over this whole thing with a fine-tooth comb kind of thing. You can see right there I've got a high spot. And sometimes you can't see those high spots unless you look at it at an angle like that. So what I do, especially knowing that my light wasn't as good as it could be when I was doing my inset letters, I went over all of my straight lines and touched a few of them up that were off a little bit. I don't like having anything that's not as absolutely as straight as I can get it. And again, I go over and chip out stuff that I think will be high spots when I go to sand. So as you can see, I've got both sides pretty much done. I'll go over it even probably one more time. But right now, unfortunately, we're out of time on this video. So when we come back on the next video, which will be Wednesday, you guys will see we're going to be doing something a little bit different that, gosh, I don't know if I've done on camera before, especially on the inset letters. So come back on Wednesday and we'll be... Lord willing, we'll finish this thing up on Wednesday. But one way or the other, we're done on here. Guys, if you have any questions at all, email me, eric@makeawoodsign.com. If you haven't subscribed yet, we'd love for you to subscribe. And don't forget, I haven't said that in a while, don't forget to click the little bell icon so you get notified when we do videos 4 times a week. On Instagram every day. Pretty much every day, Make a Wood Sign. If you need supplies, router bits, and layout letters and whatnot, they're on the website. Vicky with davesigns@gmail.com is my lovely wife's email. That's the way you can get a hold of her. And that is it, guys. Thanks for watching. We love you. We'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.